Everyone's wondering, is Tom Brady going to retire or not? What the heck is going on with the situation? Well, let's talk about it.
Brady's going to hand it off. It's Fournette. He's going to take it to the end zone.
Writing this the day after the whole debacle, I'm as confused as I think I've ever been for something like this. But really, when you think about it, there hasn't really been something like this before, because it doesn't make any sense. How could the retirement of the greatest player of all time be messed up this badly? When the quote-unquote news broke Saturday afternoon, it shook the football world like an earthquake, with former and current teammates all sharing their thoughts. One of his closest pals and teammate in New England, Julian Edelman, even put out a "thank you babe" tweet just as the news was dropped. Fast forward a few hours, and once word got out that the whole retirement thing was not 100%, Julian backtracked on his previous tweet with the phrase, "Can't a guy thank another guy for the memories without everyone thinking he's retiring?" Considering how good he was on the football field, it's no surprise that he's as good as avoiding the criticism as he was with avoiding defenders. If the fact that Jules didn't know that his near BFF and Tom wasn't retiring isn't crazy enough, my man's current teammate in Devin White even shared his praises about the quote-unquote greatest QB to lace him up. Seeing all these praises about someone who hadn't officially announced his retirement was almost like having a funeral before the person even died. In Brady's case, it's a bit different because it's just a football career, but considering it's been over 20 years, it might as well be. Since it's such a monumental thing to happen, you would think it would be kept under wraps until it had legitimacy to it. But somehow it seemed like everything went wrong this time. In all my limited years watching football, I don't think I've ever seen something happen like this. It's not some outlandish statement or event. Instead, it's just a massive mess up that no one could have anticipated. Considering the fact that Tom is in his mid-40s, it's not wild to think that he could retire this offseason. So it made sense, but nonetheless still caught many, including myself, off guard. I guess it makes sense why, because when you think about it, there was no farewell tour or legitimacy to the idea that he was 100% done. I mean, you gotta think that he's coming off a season where he had a league-leading 5,300 yards and 43 touchdowns. Some crazy stats for anyone, let alone a 44-year-old who has been playing for over 2 decades. Considering the fact that he had good enough stats to be in the MVP race, it seemed a bit out of left field for him to just up and retire without at least a last tweet to show his appreciation for his teammates, coaches, and really all the people who have gotten him to the place where he is now. Nonetheless, as you could probably guess, the news spread like wildfire, because not only did it just seem like the end for the GOAT, but you gotta keep in mind, it was only around a week after they just lost in a heartbreaking fashion against LA. Anyways, a big reason as to why this was so surprising to hear was the fact that unlike Big Ben, Tom had shown zero signs of wanting to hang it up outside of the mere fact that he said he was going to talk things over with his family. It's one thing to talk about potentially retiring, and it's another to just do it only days after they were right in the middle of the playoff hunt with one of the best teams in football. Well, it seems like the news was a bit more than just shocking for not just Brady, but his coach, agent, and father, who all had no idea that this was coming. The same coach that was taken aback in Bruce Arians has said that Tom has still not yet made up his mind about the whole retirement thing. And so it begs the question, how did this come to be? Originally, I believe Adam Schefter broke the news with Darlington, as he stunned the football world 2 times over. Is the source 100% sure about it? I don't know. But interestingly enough, still reporters like Ian Rappaport have reinforced the idea that the news is true, but was released earlier than Brady and his camp would have liked it to. At this point, it's become tough to know who to believe. But I think it's safe to assume that it's not 100% until the GOAT says it himself. Considering how fast the news has gotten out, I think it's only a matter of time before he speaks on it himself. But I'm pretty sure this is not the way that he would have wanted it to go down. Tom Brady has had a heck of a career, whether it's his time or not. But no matter the case, let's just say it's going to be exciting to see what's going to go down.
Superstar quarterback Tom Brady officially announcing his retirement.
Thanks for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below stuff you want next. But anyway, see you all soon, and peace out.